I just don't like you. I don't like what you stand for. I don't agree with anything you say, really. I think you're kind of like an arrogant little shit, and I don't like you. I get a call from the police. You're being charged with 2 counts of assault. What are you getting a CAT scan for? Did you land on your ass too hard? Now this kid's not only hired bodyguards, but he's hired bodyguards to take him to a gym I'm not allowed at. I can't speak on YouTube, and I can't speak on Instagram without getting like several thousand reports on my account.
Do you regret doing it?
You became the victim to now spawn hate and revenge and like do all this shit. And it's like, were you really a victim then? Or were you just waiting for an opportunity to be the villain?
Welcome back to the show, guys. Today, we have a special guest. He's back for part 2, okay? But before we get into it, like this video. We need to hit 1,000 likes. Guys, people need to see this. We need to hit the algorithm. Drop a comment below, okay? And what else? Tell them to do something else.
And just fucking
Guys,
stick
show
around.
some love. Stick
Just
around.
stick
Let us know
around.
what you think about this pod. It's part 2. We love part 2s. We got Big Mike with us today. What's up, baby?
What's up, man?
What's going
It's
on?
nice to have you here.
I'm here to uncancel myself.
Are you?
See, usually it goes the other way on this podcast.
Usually people come here,
That's
they're
what
like, I
I'm
want
saying.
to try
I
and
don't know
get
if you guys want to do this today.
no, listen, canceling, uncanceling, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here to help. Okay, it's been a while. I think we had you on about a year and a half ago now.
I think it was longer.
It might have
2
been
years
longer,
ago?
bro. Yeah, it was a while back.
2 years ago, but you've been having some fun.
Yeah,
You've been having some good times, right? Definitely want to catch up on a lot of stuff. How are you though?
I'm good, man. Everything's good.
How's everything?
New body parts since I saw you guys last.
Yeah.
You got some
New
robotics
hip.
on you? You're
I
turning
think I got
AI.
my hip. I think I got this one redone. This one done for the first time. My shoulder. So. I'm
Oh,
pretty
you're
much
going on like
bionic now.
multiple, like you've done the hip
I've had a
multiple
surgery a
times.
year probably since I seen you guys.
And,
Jesus.
like, do you feel better?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
helping.
I had the shoulder I needed for a long time. I just was. You just like it's one of those like I don't know if people have shoulder injuries like you kind of just suck it up a lot of the time. Like you're like today it felt good, yesterday it felt awful. Like I was like good to that point, and then I did. I won't say his name because I don't want to talk about how much bullshit this fucking product is. But I did stem cells with someone in this area.
Okay. Oh, it didn't go well though?
No,
Wow.
Really?
it literally was the tipping point that made me be like, get this fucking thing out of me, like, and get me a new shoulder because my inflammation went through the roof. I got the shot on my birthday of that year, 2 years ago, I guess it is now. And it was like the next day I woke up, I couldn't move my arm. Like I couldn't move it. Like if I even bumped the mic like this with my hand, I'd be like, it would like radiate pain all down. And wrote him, and I'm like, Doc, like what is this shit? Like this is way worse. Like I'm fucking feel horrible. He's like, yeah, I know it's like an inflammation response, and you should be better. Blah blah. It'll get worse before it gets better. So I'm like, cool, man. Like for weeks, I'm like I'm literally telling my friends, like, bro, I'd chop my arm off if I could. Like I would literally amputate it right now if I could do it. And they're like, well, that's not good. And so I called him. I'm like, I don't think this is like. I think if anything, this has helped me realize I need to get this done. So I got connected to good doctors in Toronto. Sent me to a guy at Toronto Eastern. Toronto, where's it at Dundas and
Toronto Western,
yeah, Western. I went to Western
Dundas
Hospital.
and Bathurst.
I can't think of the doctor's name now. It's bad. He's a good guy.
So stem cells was bad for you,
Yeah,
though?
'cause
Because I've only heard the total opposite. You see like Joe Rogan talking to all these guys about it. Like,
Well, it's not. That I'm not going to paint the brush of saying that stem cells are bad for you. It's just my shoulder, the arthritis in my shoulder. I had no cartilage left. So not only was like, as you guys know, like the shoulder joint's like a floating joint. So the edges of like the capsule that hold your ball and socket, like my bottom, I guess you could say holder area, like the clip of my capsule was gone. So it
nothing was
was
there.
eroded. Plus now this shoulder was bone on bone here.
Wow.
So me rotating up and going anywhere, my arm was like I said, it was stuck. It wasn't. I wasn't in pain. I just physically couldn't lift my arm any higher.
Yeah.
And then other like moving directions, like doing like external rotation, I had like very little and all this stuff. So that's whenever the bone was rubbing, I'd be standing there, like I'd be sitting here talking to you guys, and I could feel my shoulder sliding, and I'd be like, oh, like I'd be like doing this all the time, right?
Christ.
So
Maybe
like
your
stem
shoulder-
cells aren't gonna do. I'm sure for mild arthritis, like onset arthritis, where like you're starting to experience joint narrowing or space narrowing in the joints, like that could help. I don't know, but like when you're up to a certain point, it's not like in order for the arthritis to relieve itself, you need to create space which isn't there.
Okay.
True.
So you can't, no matter what stem cells you do,
It's not gonna make space.
it's not going to make space in the joint.
Makes
The joint narrowing has come so close to bone on bone. So unless there's something to create space, you can't help the person.
True.
Maybe pain, you can help them alleviate some pain and rebuild some cartilage, but you're not going to replace the space in the joint, which is the main thing, right?
So now with the surgeries, you're good to work out and stuff, or you got to take it easy.
No, I was in the gym the next day after all my surgeries.
I
I
was
had
gonna say,
one arm and I was just fucking cranking away.
was it expensive? If you don't mind me asking.
The stem cells? No,
Yeah.
I did it for free, thank God.
Oh,
Because I did it
Okay.
for, well, now people know it was. I did it for content. So I basically
did a
tit
collab.
for tat. Tit for tat was
Ah.
like, like I'll do this, and it's like, it was umbilical stem cells. It wasn't like the stem cells that you go to like Dubai and do. 'Cause
Oh,
in
okay,
Canada,
yeah,
it's not it's not illegal. It's illegal, I guess you could say, or it's a gray market for that. So I got it done, and I was like I said, it just wasn't good for me. That and PRP did nothing. But
Yeah. Our friend had a really good experience with stem cells.
yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
But I think it just depends on what the injury is at that point.
Fair.
Like
It makes sense for
his
you.
shoulder might have been fucking too far gone.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
that point, like
Oh,
what
it
did
was.
about
There's
physio?
nothing-
And, like no one said anything, right? Physio and this, they just said have surgery.
well, the thing is, I've had the shoulder issue since like, I don't know, as long as I can remember. So like it's just gotten progressively worse over time. But other things overrode it, like my hip, and then I was like, fuck, like my hip hurts way more than my shoulder. And then when my hip got better, I'm like, wow, my shoulder really fucking hurts. Like the pain is just shifting to places that weren't noticeable before, right? So, like I said, I'm not bad mouthing it, and I think that it does work for some people, and especially for when it comes to like muscle tears or like microscopic tears, helping things heal, like tendons and ligaments and stuff like that. It can help, but like I said, for arthritis, there's the guy who comes up with the idea of how to increase joint space or some type of like
just gonna be a
magical
genius.
solution.
Or they might kill him.
Yeah, like he's gonna be a billionaire
Yeah,
overnight because like that shit is arthritis sneaks up on everybody. I'm not even old in old terms, but I'm gonna be.
I just think your
48.
body's done a lot. Like you put your body through a lot.
Yeah, so I beat myself up, and now I can remember when I was younger thinking to myself, I don't give a fuck. I'll be old. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll get a
And I'm
surgery.
sitting here, I'm like, I'm fucking 44, and I'm like, I care. It sucks. It's like every day you wake up, you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm
from
happy
football.
you're doing better.
Yeah, no, I feel great.
We got to talk about the situation. Jeff, your man Jeff.
Yeah, my boy.
I saw it when it was happening. I saw a lot of videos happening. You didn't really say much at the beginning. He was doing a lot of talking, but tell me the story from the beginning, from the start, because I've seen so many things online, of this guy saying this guy saying this happened, I said this, but I haven't heard your full story. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. All right, let's talk about something important, your mental health. We're living in a time where mental health awareness is growing, but there's still so much progress to be made. About 26% of Americans have avoided therapy because they're afraid of being judged. And when that happens, it's not just hurting the individual, it impacts everyone around them, their family, their work, their community. The good news is that therapy doesn't have to be something reserved for big, life-changing moments. It's an amazing tool for building resilience, setting healthy boundaries, and getting the mental clarity you need to tackle everyday challenges. And that's why I want to talk about BetterHelp. They've been around for over 10 years, matching people with the right therapist from a huge network of more than 30,000 licensed professionals. You can do it all online, making therapy super convenient for you. Plus, if you ever feel like you need a change, you can switch therapists at no extra cost. It's all about making sure you get the right support. If you're ready to work on your mental health, whether it's to just work through something big or just become a better version of yourself, BetterHelp is here to help. Go to betterhelp.com/buyhappiness and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/buyhappiness.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke about it. The only place I've spoken about it is on my Patreon that I have, just because, like, and the only reason why I did that, it wasn't like to kind of like honey dick people. It was like I can't speak on YouTube and I can't speak on Instagram.
Yeah.
Without getting like several thousand reports on my account.
course.
because this kid's botted my account, which we'll get into later. Like he's literally paid like a bot farm to bot my account and reporting me for everything. So I've had my other account is no longer, it's kind of gone up and down 5 or 6 times now, but now I'm just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'll just build it back. But yeah, so the beginning of it was we work out in the same gym, which is like Pure Muscle. You guys have been there. It's just like an influencer type gym. So, I mean, I never had an issue with him. I didn't know who he was when I first started going there. I just see him with a camera and figured he's like everyone else. So we never had any interactions. But I had seen this kid's stuff pop up on my feed, like everybody's shit. If you're in fitness, they show you fitness. If you're in this, they show you this, right? Mm-hmm. So I just started seeing like random stuff this kid's posting. I was like, man, this is like super intricate and unnecessary, and if anything, confusing to like anyone that's watching this. When it's way more simple than that. Like, let's just not get into it. So there was content that I made a reference to, like maybe points he's made or things have been said by other guys like him, Mike Isertel, all these guys who are science-based guys, right? So I never did any videos where I was like, this guy's stupid. This is a fucking dumb way to do it. It's just like a general statement. Like, I've seen a lot of videos that are happening and this is happening. I've seen a video where this is happening, purposely not wanting to like call people out because I'm not going to like shit on you and try and take away your platform and make you look bad. It's just like things I see. So it's a general comment. So it was a motivation behind some of the content that I was putting out as I was going, but nowhere near to the extent people thought. Because this stuff is happening from all kinds of people.
Yeah.
People far more prominent than him and people far more intelligent and like highly status in the fitness industry, right? So my whole platform was just kind of trying to debunk this stuff and make people see like it's not that difficult and you really just need to focus on basic shit and you'll be good.
Which let me just stop you, which is pretty normal for fitness influencers to go out there and try to debunk what other fitness influencers are saying. That's completely normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Obviously. I mean, we're all reacting to stuff and we're all giving our opinion on stuff, but it's when you get into this way of putting out content where you're somehow smarter than everyone.
Okay.
But meanwhile, there is no right answer.
True.
Yeah.
So there's no right answer.
Okay.
You do bench press this way, and that's the only way, and everyone else is a moron. It's like, no, it depends on it's the individual, how they're built, how they're structured. There's all this stuff, all these variables that go into it. So you can't say you're a voice of authority. You can give suggestions like I do, like this is what worked for me. I notice a lot of people do this and they complain about this being a problem.
Okay.
So to alleviate that, try this and try this. And if it helps you, cool. If it doesn't, then fuck me and go watch someone else, right? There's tons of people. So that was like the beginning of this. And I'd see him around the gym, never thought anything of it. He seemed like a nice enough guy. I never interacted with him. So I was making this content. And then all of a sudden, one day I was training one of my clients. So I'm working at Pure Muscle, which was a complete bullshit from the beginning. When they released a statement saying that I was not an employee there, I was working there. Wow. I was working there. I was paying money as a contract employee to work at the gym, right? So I'm working, training a client. I'm in the middle of like doing my job with a paying client. Jeff had a kid, his cameraman, who's actually a nice kid. I kind of got mad at him that day, but he's a nice guy. They were using the machine beside us, and kid was filming Jeff just kind of like talking about something. And this is not a workout. This is like, I'm using this as my studio space at this point while people around us are working out. So I let it slide. The kid was literally in the machine that I was trying to use with my client. Like he was intertwined in it, taking this like fucking like Steven Spielberg shot for this fucking groin, like abductor machine. I'm like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Like, and I said to my client, I'm like, just let them do their thing. It's okay. Like, just let it go for it. We're not in a rush, right? So kid hops off, they do the thing. I'm like, okay, so come back, does it again. I'm like, cool, thank you, moves again. So finally he comes back and I'm like, hey, I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? And I kind of like kicked his ass. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, we're trying to fucking work out here. Like, you guys are just filming like a B-roll sequence. It's not even talking. It's just like, So I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is the third time. I think I'm being patient enough. And then Jeff's like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, your camera guy is like in the machine. There's people that are working out that are paying members. I work here, and this guy's paying me for my time, and you're taking up a machine for no apparent reason. And I wasn't yelling. I wasn't mad. I wasn't anything really. I was just kind of being matter of fact. Like, where's your fucking head at? Like, So they're like, oh, sorry. After the incident, I was working out and Jeff came up to me. He's like, I'm really sorry for blah, blah. I didn't know we were in your way. I'm like, you knew you were in our way. Like, let's not play dumb. It's fine that you're in the way, but like, just be a little more considerate of everyone around you.
For sure.
I was like, you don't pay to film here. I pay to be here and this person's paying for training. So understand that. He's like, no, so we got it. I said, it's so good. Don't worry about it. I said, if I was out of line, let me know. Like, I apologize. And I went up to the camera kid after, his name Daniel. I was like, listen, bro, that was my bad. Like, he's like, no, I understand. I'm like, so everything was cool. Like, no problem whatsoever. No incident. Like, wasn't like bad blood or anything.
Okay.
So I made a video. I don't know the timeline exactly because I don't really give a shit, but I made a video, where I was talking about a guy named Sam Sulik, who I'm sure you guys have heard of.
Yeah.
That was the point when he was blowing up, like at the peak of him, like turning over, becoming this thing. Like, everyone was talking about this kid, from what he eats to how he trains to fucking whatever. Anything this kid did, they talked about. So I had seen a video Jeff made, and like I had seen a video other people had made, and they're like getting deep. They're intricately like deep diving into Sam's training. Like, Jeff made a video being like, oh, I watched all of Sam Sulik's workouts for the last year, and I wrote them down and I analyzed them, and I and he should be doing this and this. And like, it didn't register me. Like, I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, so in the video I said, listen, I seen these influencers who are like calling this kid out. And it wasn't just Jeff, it was all kinds of other people. I'm like, you're making fun of a kid what the kid eats. You're making fun of how he trains. Like, it may not be the best. It may not be what I would even recommend, but like, obviously something's working.
For sure.
Clearly.
So I'm like, let it go. I said, there's one guy out there who literally made a video who watched all his workouts and wrote them down and like logged it and did all this stuff for content. I said, that's fucking crazy. I'm like, especially when you consider the fact that the guy that you're critiquing looks way better than you.
Yeah.
So obviously your critique falls flat because you don't look as good as he does. So what does it matter what you think? Right? So I said that. I never mentioned his name. I didn't think anything of it because it was just like me being myself and saying whatever. So the same place that the incident took place that day that we're going to talk about, I was standing in the same place he was doing a cable movement, and he came over to me, like, kind of like squirmed around the machine like a little fucking weasel and was like, hey. And I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, so what's up, man? I thought we were good after the last time we talked, like the incident with the cameraman. I'm like, yeah, no, everything's fine. I'm like, what's the problem? He's like, well, like, that you made that video. And I'm like, which video? He's like, the video you made about Sam, blah, blah. I'm like, oh yeah. And he's like, was that for content? And I was like, oh, no. I'm like, he's like, oh, so what was it? I go, I don't like you. and he's like you guys like now, like, he's like, he looks at me like, well, I'm like, yeah, no, like, I just don't like you. I don't like what you stand for. I don't agree with anything you say, really. I think you're kind of like an arrogant little shit, and I don't like you. But I'm like, I'm not like,
I'm not
gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna like jump you right now, or I'm so angry, but I'm just letting you know because you're asking me that I don't like you. So I'm putting you on notice. I don't like you. So fuck off. Right.
Well, he's coming around you like you like him.
Yeah. Like, he's just like coming around like, hey, like,
Just like unsure. Yeah.
hey, buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And by the way, I think that's completely fine to tell someone to their face that you don't like them.
no,
I think
I would
that's
hope someone would do that
being
for
honest.
me.
Yeah.
Just say it. And then he was like, he didn't have a problem. Like, obviously he was kind of taken aback because he's like, whoa. And I'm assuming that I don't think he's ever had someone tell him that to his face, which is like, I can take that as like, it's a little bit abrupt for you, but that's just the way I am. Probably borderline autistic, but whatever. So I'm like, so I said to him, he's like, well, we have to work in the same gym. And I said, no. I said, you're misunderstanding. Like, I don't like you on a certain level, but like on a human level, like, I have no problem with you. I'm not going to be following you around the gym or staring at you or like in the background machines pointing at you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, everything's cool. I said, you won't even know I'm here. We have no problem. I have no problem with you. Like, you're good, bro. And he's like, oh, well, I can respect that. I said, okay, cool. So no problem. I said, have a good day. I just went about my workout. So this is the last interaction I have. And then I see this kid, since I've told him this, he's like oddly like close to me all the time in the gym, like kind of making eye contact, working out like purposely closer to me. Like, even my clients are like, what's going on with this kid? Like, I don't know whether he's trying to like find out if I'm fucking with him or like he just doesn't like that someone doesn't like him. Like, I don't know because I'm not in his head. But I'm just like noticing this, like, why is this kid like, he seems to be like seeking some type of like attention or like trying to get some attention or rise out of me. Or this went on for like as a couple months, or actually it was 4 weeks or something like that before this thing happened. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm working, I'm doing my job and not really paying attention. He's doing his thing, filming all the time and whatever he does, right? So then the day that the incident happened, I start getting all these, like, I have a lot of people that followed me prior to the canceling, let's say. They're flooding my inbox with like thumbnails of my face in the background of a video with his head in front.
Wow.
Talking about me. And they're like, have you seen this video? And I'm like, no, like I don't follow. I fucking blocked the kid because I don't, like years ago, because I don't want to see his shit pop up on my thing because I just don't care to hear it. So I'm like, no, I haven't seen it. And I can't see it because I don't have the fucking link. So I'm just like, in my head all day, I'm like, why is this kid fucking talking about me? When I just told him, like, respectfully, like, fuck off. Like, I don't know what world you come from, but if someone said that to me, I'm going to back off and just like do whatever. Right. So it was in response to a video I made where I said science-based guys, like I said earlier, like if you don't, like, notice how science-based guys seem to all look very mediocre. Like you're never going to see a science-based lifter with outside of a few guys who has a physique worth talking about or has actually done something in the sport of bodybuilding or lifting.
Okay.
So I just made the comment. It's a broad comment. I'm talking about a lot of people when I think about that.
For
There's
sure.
no way. I'm not like hyper fixated on like, but he's hearing this and internalizing it and being like, he's talking about me.
Because he doesn't like. Oh, he just said he doesn't like me.
Yeah,
He's,
so
he's
like,
trying to put
this
pieces.
is about me
Wow.
and me only. So this is like everyone's sending me this screenshot of my my head, him talking about it like this, and I'm like, okay, I can't see it. I don't know what's being said. I don't even if people send it to me, I can't click it because I'm blocked, so I can't see it. So I hadn't watched the video. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what the video is about.
To this day, you didn't watch.
No, I watched
Okay.
it later because
Okay.
people told me, right?
Okay.
It's him exposing like, oh man, like actually I have accomplished all this stuff and I've done this and I've done that. And I'm like, well, first of all, no one was talking to you.
Yeah.
So why are you making a video telling us about your accomplishments when no one gives a shit and no one asked?
Okay.
And they're not really accomplishments, to be very
You're
honest with you.
overcompensating.
Yeah, it's like so this is like I'm at work that day. I'm training a full day worth of people. So I'm trying to avoid this kid because he keeps doing the fucking like around the machine shit. And I'm like, I don't know, like is the video good or bad? Like is he trying to like get like, hey man, are we cool? Like so I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, is it fucking this is weird as shit. Like you're being weird.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm like, you see in the video, there's like a CC footage like of the gym.
Yep.
I'm training a client. I'm walking towards where he is. I know that the kid's there and he's filming. So I'm trying to like avoid this interaction because one, he's filming, and two, I just don't want to ruin my day.
Of course.
Like I'm like, so I went around the outside of the cable machine. And as I come around the outside of the cable machine, he walks forward like with the cable. So I like avoid moving. He walks into me. I'm like, what's up, man? Not like, what's up, man? Like, what's up? Like, he's staring at me and I'm like, and he starts laughing. And I'm like, so I turn on the video. I'm like, I don't know what's funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I guess something's going to be funny soon. I don't know what the fuck you're talking, like why you're laughing, right?
Yeah.
So and then I turn my back and my client comes walking over. I go to get the attachment. I switch out the handle, blah, blah, we're talking. And as I'm walking back over to switch out the handle, he starts yelling my name across the gym. Mike. And I'm like, and I'm putting the thing on, and all I hear is like clink, and he slams the weights down. And as I turn to look back, he's like, this to his camera, like all like arrogant, like, come over here. Right? And I'm like, this fucking.
Well, he did that to you?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He went like this?
No, he was like,
okay,
I'm
to the
over here,
camera
and he's
guy.
like going to
Okay.
his camera and like, come over here.
like, come watch this.
We're
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
fuck this, fuck with this guy, right? So I looked over at like another guy who works at the gym. I won't say his name, and I kind of was like, this isn't gonna go well. I'm just letting by this look that this is not gonna go well. So he walks up to me, blah blah blah, and I just the fucking look on his face, I just like boom, and I just gave him a shove. He seems to be a clumsy little dude and trips over a bench.
Yeah.
And goes flying.
He flew, dude.
Because he tripped over a bench.
Yeah.
So he lost his balance, paled over a bench, and I'm like, fuck it at this point. I go over, I'm like, listen. He gets up. I said, listen, I told you before, stop fucking talking about me. You had an agreement. Stop fucking doing all this content and this fucking weird shit. I'm not down with it because I had the respect for you to come up to you and tell you like I don't like you. I'm like, stop doing your nonsense. I said, this is the shit that's gonna happen to you. Like I don't live in the same world as you do. He's like, oh no. So he starts like kind of like getting all kind of lippy again, like, well, you can't do that. Yeah, so I pushed him again. I said, listen, man, I'm telling you, this is the last time I'm telling you, like, fuck off with this shit. And he's like, oh, okay, okay. I'm like, you're gonna stop, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. And I'm like, so I just turn around. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna punch the fucking kid. I'm not gonna slam him into the ground. Like, he's a 34-year-old man that's the size of a 12-year-old.
He's 34?
Yeah, he's 34. He's not a kid, kids. He's not a kid, guys.
I didn't know he was
it's a
that
man.
I thought he was younger.
So I'm like, so I just turn to walk away. Like, okay, that's enough. Like, when you have to check somebody, it's just like, fuck off, right?
Yep.
Like, if you guys were brothers and you were fucking around, you're younger brother, you go fuck off, man.
You
Like,
give him a little nudge.
it's like, I'm not fucking smashing this kid, picking him up, like banging his head off stuff. I'm like, chill out, dude.
Yeah.
So then I turn around, and as I'm walking, his cameraman bumps me.
Oh my God.
So I send him flying into the machine, like, fuck off. Like, what are you out of your fucking mind, too? Like, you guys are my combined weight, both of you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I literally was looking around like, am I in fucking like the Twilight Zone? Like, what's happening here? Like I don't know what it is, but these kids, they think once they get it, like, I'm not talking about him in particular, but like once they have a camera in their hand, they think they're like invincible.
Yeah.
Of course. It's like, but some of us just don't care.
Yep.
There's also real life outside of
Like,
the
I just
camera.
don't care.
Yeah.
And I said to the kid when he walked up, that's why the only angle you saw was the push at right away.
Yep.
And he came out with that.
I was gonna say he cut that
That's-
and put that out.
Yeah, he posted.
No, that's all he had to put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the only angle his cameraman got. Because I told him, you better put that fucking camera down. I said, don't put that fucking camera up. And he put his camera down, right? So he had it on. So he caught me just like, and you hear him go, whoa, man. Like, he's all terrified, right? But it's like, these kids think they're invincible. And it's just like, at the end of the day, like, shit's going to happen and things are going to go south. I've already dealt with an issue with this like prior, where I had these fucking jackasses come up to me at my booth at the Olympia.
I think I saw that.
Started this
I saw
nonsense,
that.
and
I
they
saw
edit,
it. Yeah,
they
yeah.
edit and cut the clips. Like, they're being called bitches to their face. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, not doing anything. You want to go outside? I'm like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
You're clipping a clip of asking me to go outside and fight you. I'm 10 feet away from you. I
saw
can't
that.
hear you.
I saw that.
You have a microphone on you.
Yeah.
So when I do walk up to the kid and I go, you want to go outside? I'm like, let's go. I said, take your microphone off. And I flicked it into his face. He's like, you can't touch me. I'm like, bro, what do you mean I can't touch you? We're about to go outside and do whatever it is you want to do. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And they all leave and they disperse. And then they cut their clips and they do what they do, right? So it's like, it's like I'm not about to get into another one of these like interactions. It's like I'm just gonna like do what I need to do and be done with it.
For sure. Do you think that, and we'll get back to what happens after that video goes out and stuff like that, but do you think that, the guys coming up to your booth, Jeff, do you think that they're kind of picking on you because they know you have a big audience and they know attaching your name to a piece of content will help them? Because there's guys that are all about that.
I think
too.
it might have been like the guys at the booth. That's kind of their thing. That's what they do. They're agitators. They're rage baiters. They whatever you want to call them. That's their thing.
Okay.
I just didn't want any part of it. So it's like because I'm not participating now. You're mad at me.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna get the content you want. Like, I get it. That's your thing. I don't agree with it. I think it's the lamest thing ever. And I think if that's the most creative you can be, you're literally a moron.
Yep.
But it's like that wasn't the case with Jeff and me in this incident.
Yeah.
I think in his mind, he thought like, oh, we're gonna have some interaction now where it's gonna be almost like
we're gonna buddy this out.
But you yelling my name.
Yeah.
Any other context in life, if I'm out at a bar, we're out at a bar, three of us. I walk by some guy who chirps me or says whatever, and I hear him yelling my name.
Yeah.
Yo. Instantly, I'm like, I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
calls
Or
his
we're at least
cameraman?
gonna have an interaction.
For sure.
Something's gonna happen.
For sure.
We're gonna come together and something's gonna happen. Either an argument or a physical confrontation. I come from a world where that's how life is. If you're yelling my name and then you slam weights down
Yeah.
and then you go like this, like arrogantly walk over to me, it's like, sorry, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing to do with my insecurities. It's everything to do with the fact that like I know what the real world is and I live in it.
For
So
sure.
it's like I'm not putting up with that like at all.
And
I don't care whether you're this tall or you're 7 feet tall.
For sure.
If I pushed the 7 foot guy, he probably wouldn't have gone anywhere, and we would have
course.
gotten to a scrap. For sure. It's like it happens to be that you're this size. You seem to have a mouth of a 7 foot guy and think you're a 7 foot guy because you got a camera on you, and now you're learning very quickly that you're not.
Yep.
Right. So it's like people are like, oh, pick on some of your size. Like, you seem to forget, guys. I didn't pick on anyone. Everything in these interactions was initiated by the person filming and the person doing it. I didn't yell his name across the gym. I didn't go towards him. When he releases the footage, he says he was pushed for no reason.
Yeah.
I came up to him. I approached him and shoved him for no reason. So you knew you were fucking wrong off the bat because you lied immediately about what I did.
For sure.
That's not what I did.
And even the context of everything you're talking about, the moments before, the moments leading up, even when he was at the gym with his shooter, kind of doing that, like no one heard about that stuff online. No one heard about that. The
it's
first thing
like-
they heard of is the video.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's just it was just like almost surreal to me because I'm like, yeah, like I would have like no question. If he had never said anything, the next day I saw him at the gym, I probably went up and be like, hey bro, my bad.
For real.
I overreacted a bit. Like,
Yeah.
but like you have to understand this is how I saw it.
Yeah.
And like I apologize. Like everything should be cool. Like I ain't gonna do that again, but like please stay out of my fucking face. Like
Yeah.
I don't operate like that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like that could have been a conversation that happened the next day.
Yeah.
But instead of that happening, later that afternoon, I get a call from the police. You're being charged with 2 counts of assault.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're like, you need to turn yourself in.
that was my next question. What follows the push? Like
Yeah.
what follows that whole interaction?
Well, what follows up the push is that I get the call from Halton Police being like, this is whatever.
How soon after was the call?
That night.
Wow. So he
So that happened at like 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. I left the gym because I was done work. You see me in the video. I just walk off and I literally finish the fucking workout with my client and I leave
Okay.
because I'm like, whatever. Fuck. Everyone in the gym's like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
But like not one person stepping in.
Of course.
I don't know if that's like a fact anyone needs to overlooked, but there's not one person coming to this kid's defense because there's a fucking overrolling thought and theme. No one really likes this kid. Because if people liked you and people had your back or thought something was fucked up, even a guy my size approaching a guy, but hey man, calm down.
For sure.
Like, chill out, guys, relax. People in the background are just going about their day. Like we knew this was gonna happen.
Wow.
They're probably sitting there like, fuck, I hope he beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, it's like it's not even a matter of that. It's just like, like at some point, like karma's gonna catch up with you. And
Yeah.
if you pull this bullshit stuff, people are gonna call you out eventually, right? So and you see all that shit with like Wes Watson getting in the trouble that he got in. But it's like, bro, like imagine I had done to Jeff what Wes did to this
Oh
guy.
my God.
Yeah, that was
But
pretty
you wouldn't be here right now.
But we're both facing the same charge.
Are you actually?
Assault.
Yeah.
His is like battery.
Yeah, but
whatever.
he had like
but
10 guys beating up one
yeah, but
guy.
it's like I was saying, like my push
Yeah.
of being like chill the fuck out, you tripping.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking
Yeah.
reeling back. And it's like, and then he's like, everyone's saying you punched him in the throat. It's like, no, dude. First of all, if I punched him in the throat,
He's gone.
he's not standing and talking to me. He's like, I mean, so I'm pushing his chest, like, relax, man. Like calming this kid down. It's
I
like,
think him falling was a
which
big
was like,
catalyst.
again, I don't have the power of 12 men. I can't lift a guy and send him flying. The kid trips over a bench behind him.
Yeah.
Goes
So-
flying.
so
Did
this-
I know the bench was there? Yeah.
for sure.
Let's be real. Yeah.
Does the video come out before the cops call you?
Fast
yeah.
turnaround.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he dropped that quick.
No, so I got the call that afternoon being like, you guys need to turn yourself in. We've heard about an incident, blah, blah.
Okay.
I said, okay, fine. So I reached out to my lawyer. I said, I'll arrange to come in tomorrow night. Because the guy who was the officer who made the arrest and the woman that was the officer too, they started their shift the next night at like 7:00. And they're like, well, can you turn yourself in? Then we start. I said, no problem. I'll be there, whatever. So I wake up the next morning to this video everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, so you get
So
the
I didn't
call
know.
and then-
I didn't know that like this video was circulating. As far as I knew, the camera was off
Okay.
because I told the kid, put your camera down or whatever. I thought they might have got him being like, come on, man,
yeah.
come over here. And I'm like, so then I see this video and then I see this like narrative that's going around. This kid's like sending, I don't know whether he has a press team or a publicist, but this motherfucker sent this shit to everyone
Yeah.
on the 4 corners of earth and like being like, this happened to me. And they're all like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? But it's a good story because it's like,
course.
oh, this crazy meathead guy
Yep.
just attacked this kid in the gym for no reason.
This kid.
Yeah, it's not a
What
kid.
was
it's
the
a man.
wording? Was the wording that they used? Though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
fact
they're
that he's
like-
34 also, sorry.
I thought he was like
Just
24.
To quickly say is absolutely insane.
Again, I saw the titles of these
Yeah.
publishers and they were all saying
you would think
kid.
he's 22, 23 years
Of
old.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, he's a grown man. That's what I mean. It's like, it's just the weirdest thing. Like, I wouldn't want that narrative going out that I'm a child when I'm a man
Yeah.
Facts.
True.
and being like, oh, guys, I'm a man. I'm not a boy. You're
Yeah.
like, it's just fucking odd as shit, right? So I'm, it's an onslaught of this. I'm literally getting emails from like the Daily Mail. Do you want to make a comment on this?
Wow.
Do you want to do this? And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, then the spam starts and the
Instagram.
fucking bots and the fucking this. Like this kid had like a whole like rollout ready. Like like I said, I don't know what he has behind his team in terms of like what he does online.
Yeah.
But whoever they are, like hats off to you because you fucking
Yeah.
onslaught. Like I got signed up for like 2,000 email newsletters I've never heard of, like anger management and like Christian.
So they got you everywhere, eh? They were getting.
Oh, it's like to the point where I was like, me and my girlfriend were just sitting there dying laughing. Like,
how about your people, like your fans, your community? What was their reaction?
well, like it's like them fighting with other people in the comments
Yeah.
and this and that. So it's like it's a whole thing, right?
And
so,
then did my question too, because obviously you were working at that gym. Did they take part in helping you in any way or being part of this with the footage or anything?
no, so the interaction once that had happened and I got home, I wrote the owner of the gym at the time, who's no longer the owner.
Okay.
His name is Dorian Hamilton. I wrote him and I said, listen, like, my bad. Like, this happened today. I didn't mean for it to happen in your gym. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I know that you're trying to run a business, like, but it got to the point where, like, I don't know. It just things came to a head and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, like, I didn't mean to disrespect you or cause problems, but like, you know, my bad. I apologize to you and hope it doesn't reflect badly. And he's like, no, I heard blah, blah. And he just like, oh, like, you know, we can, hopefully you and Jeff can talk it out. I think we can arrange that. And I said to him in the text, like, I'm like, no problem. I'll sit down and talk with him. But like, you know, and then 2 seconds later, I get a call. You're fucking charged with this and that. So when I turn myself in, I go with my girlfriend. The cops are sitting there and they're just like cool with me, whatever. And I'm like, they start going over my conditions. And they're like, of course, like you need to stay this number of feet away from him. You can't be this, da, da, da. And I said, listen, like I work at that gym. I have a stable of clients who I train there. And I'm literally been there since like that gym is.
You're one of the main trainers there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, and I'm not working for them. I'm paying to be there. So like this is my place of work, right? So I said, for me not to be able to work there, that's cutting into my livelihood. So, and the cop's like, well, that's fucked up. He's like, I didn't know that you worked there. He told us you just film content there. I'm like, no, he just films content there. Like he just does that. I work there. And he's like, oh, okay. So then they amended the conditions that I was able to be at the gym from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Oh, so you're at the gym still?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
So this is what happened. So my conditions allowed me to be there.
Okay.
From 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
And giving him the notice that like, this is when Mike's going to be there. If you want to come while he's there, that's your fault.
True.
And if you want to come after, he won't be there from 2 on. Okay. Right. So I said, that's fine with me. No problem. I said, I'm usually out of there by then anyway. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna go back to work. So I went back to work the next day and I'm fucking training clients. I start getting fucking this one kid who I won't bring him up because he's an absolute pussy, but he starts acting like he's the defender of like, he's fucking Captain America. Like, what'd you do to this guy, man? You hurt him. Nobody wants you here. And I'm like, I'm training someone. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he's in the hospital, bro. And that's when I saw the CAT scan picture of this kid, like, went to the hospital. Or I don't even know if he went to the hospital. I think he went to some clinic and just paid them, like, take a picture in front of this CAT scan.
Yeah.
Then, like, I'm all good, guys. Like, no one was asking. No one was fucking asking if you were all good. They didn't even know what happened yet. You're like, I'm all good. Don't know if you've heard, but I got attacked yesterday.
Yeah.
And he, like, has, like, a cut here, like a little scrape or something. I'm like, and everyone's like, what's this kid doing? Like, he got ragged on for the CAT scan. Like, what are you getting a CAT scan for? Did you land on your ass too hard?
Yeah.
Like, did you think you break your tailbone?
He's
like,
just trying to add to the story.
yeah, that's what I mean. He's like building this fucking thing. It's like a content machine, right? And I'm like, I want no part of this. And I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I wouldn't have mentioned this to a soul.
Yeah.
Like, other than the people that saw it at the gym, no one would know. It's not like I'm going to run around and be like, yeah, I fucking did this to this guy. I'm the baddest. It's like, no, he's this big. I'm this big. It's really not that cool.
Of course.
So I'm like, I'm just baffled by it that he wants this like information to be known. And then he starts like bashing my character and coming after me and being all this stuff. It's just like, bro, like, because you got embarrassed, I guess, you think, you're now trying to ruin me as a person.
Yeah.
Because you don't like that you got embarrassed, which I can understand. You're angry, but it's like at the end of the day, it's a push. Yeah. It's there's nothing wrong with you. You even admitted that in the photo, like in your post, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. So why are you dragging this on?
Yeah.
Like, are you that much of an attention whore that you need this attention? And you're getting all these people to come to your defense and like starting this, like, if you're a big guy in the gym, you know, just like you can be intimidating. Just give a smaller guy a smile now and then. And
oh my God.
let's make this gym a safe space for everybody. It's like, what is this shit? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's almost like becoming his brand at this point.
Oh, it's crazy.
Right?
And so I'm just sitting back, like I'm like, I gotta say something. My lawyer's like, don't fucking say anything. Like, just,
I remember even me and you were talking about it.
Yeah, so I'm like, I still like, it's still like being dealt with. Like, it's just being.
So what's the current
adjourned.
status? Like, are they?
It's been probably 6 months. So it's like, you know, if you're gonna give me a peace bond, that's a year. I've already done 6 of it.
Yeah.
And these guys are doing whatever they're doing. They're not giving a shit about it. So it's like, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like even more of a media circus when he becomes, so the kid realized no one really knows who I am, but they cared about this event.
Yeah.
And now my name and his name are associated with this event forever.
Literally.
But if you look at the optics of it, one's a bitch, one's not. Yeah. You're a bitch, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger guy, you're a smaller guy. Whatever the fuck it is you want to do, right? The optics are the optics. So it's like, to keep playing into this role, this kid hires 2 bodyguards.
No way.
He hires 2 bodyguards, 2 twins. I got nothing wrong with these guys. They're not, actually talked to them before. They're nice guys. So it's not me ragging on them. And good for them. Make your money, man.
For sure.
Rinse them.
Yeah.
Tell them it's like 10 G's a week.
So now
tell them I'm the scariest guy on the planet. I'm coming, right? It's like, make your money. It's all right, dude.
Yeah.
No
But like,
way.
this is another
So
side.
that is
So
the
I have,
optics, bro.
yeah. So I have permission to be at the gym.
Okay.
He pressures the gym, putting out a post saying, just want everybody to know that Mike's still working at Pure Muscle and Fitness, if you can believe it. Wow. How could they stand behind something like this? So they put out a post saying, this person's been banned from our gym.
They had to do
I write the owner, I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's like, bro, we had you, sorry. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like, the amount of stuff that I've done for that place and like the amount of exposure I gave it, it's like, you're siding with a kid who has nothing to do with you and doesn't care about you at all.
Yes.
Over like the dumbest thing. Like I said, I could understand if I fucking hurt this kid and I busted him up and like had this crazy fucking attack. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's a disagreement with a little bit of shove.
Of course.
So it's like, they banned me from the gym. So now this kid's not only hired bodyguards, but he's hired bodyguards to take him to a gym I'm not allowed at.
So they come to the gym with him?
Yeah. These kids stand beside him while he films and trains and they guard him. And his explanation to people that I know that know these kids, so I know your bodyguards, my people I know your guys, is because he's afraid that anyone wearing a Wicked shirt like my brand is going to attack him.
Wow.
It's like delusion, right? Like no one gives a fuck.
So you think he's actually that scared, or is he just playing optics now?
I hope he's not that scared because
Yeah.
no one's out to get you, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't care. I
Yeah.
didn't care from the moment it happened.
For sure.
I definitely don't care now,
Yeah.
right? But it's like you're doing all this stuff to create an environment where where someone would have something wrong with you again. Like you're banning my Instagram. You're just paying bots to come after me. You're getting my Instagram taken down on the days that I drop merchandise.
Yeah. Wow.
So you're
that's
planning
attacking
it.
how you put food on the table, bro.
Yeah. So it's like you're messing with my livelihood.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're giving someone who might be unhinged a reason to want to do something to you.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, bro, like you got to let this go, man. Like we just got to move
sure.
past this. Like,
For
we
sure.
could have moved past it the day after.
Of course.
And I see this, like these kids standing by him and like fucking, he's doing a set and like he's traveling with them around. And I'm like, why? Like no one's going to hurt you, bro. If I wanted to hurt you, I could have hurt you that day. There's nothing anyone could have done there
Of course.
to stop me from hurting you
Yeah.
other than me.
Of course.
And I stopped myself from doing anything.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is enough. We're cool. Moving on.
Does
right?
he have a lot of followers? Is he like huge?
He's huge. He's huge.
Yeah. And my like honest opinion of that is I think a lot of that shit is just bots and fucking bullshit.
True, for sure. That could be the case as
Because
well.
I don't think that anyone gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm convinced after going through this whole thing, like people are like, oh, it must have been hard doing all this stuff. I'm getting fucking death threats. I'm getting people, anyone who would post in promotion of me or like supporting me would get spammed too.
Wow.
Kill yourself. I'm going to fuck your wife. I'm going to do this. I'm fuck your sister. Like fucked up shit.
Holy
Like writing their companies they work for, fire this guy. He supports a guy who abuses people. Like fucked up shit.
Really?
So it's like, this is like a person that's not well, right? Like you
sure.
could just easily get over this and move on, but you're deciding to like fixate.
Yeah.
Like this is like a pinnacle moment in your life where you realize like my manhood isn't what I thought it was. And I'm like, I'm fucking spazzing out. So I'm going to do anything I can in my power, which is like whatever he perceives to be power, to take me down, right? But at the end of the day, it's like the people that fuck with me are going to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And like, that's all I really give a shit
Well, I
about.
think you saw that initial, that weirdness of that fixation in the first couple months before that happened. You were saying, right? He's at the gym looking at you weird, and
Yeah, I think it was just a matter. The more I think about it, I think it's just a matter of fact. Like I said, like he just didn't. I don't think many people can comprehend like someone not liking them
yeah,
True.
and saying it that they don't like.
But that's the world we live in.
If someone
That's
just said to me
society.
right on the blue, like, "Yo, I don't like you, man."
Yeah,
Like I've had people do that, and I'm like, "Cool,
yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I've worked security. I've done all this stuff. Like there's a lot of people that didn't like me
Of course.
because of the way I acted or the way I had to be or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So I think it just came as like an intellectual like mind fuck for him where he's just like, man, like everybody's my friend. I'm a good guy. Like I'm the little guy who's happy with everybody. It's like, yeah, I don't really like it though. Like
You might have been the first person to tell him that though, straight. And that's why he's having this thing. Okay, so have you spoken to him since? I'm guessing not.
no, I'm not allowed to.
No, you're not allowed, right? Do you regret doing it?
Yeah, I mean, my reaction is what it was because I am who I am and that's how I reacted.
Yeah.
So like, I don't regret doing what I'm doing because that's what felt right to me at the time.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been raised. That's the world I live in. We all live in different worlds.
For sure.
I live in a different world than he does. You live in a different world than me where like, I know when something happens, once something goes in a direction, it's going to go that direction.
Yeah.
If we can stay in this lane and kind of chill out, I'm good. But if you're going to like push me into a direction, especially when you're getting borderline disrespectful, you're agitating, you're being aggressive, or you're being arrogant, I'm not going to put up with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, and especially when you're pushing the issue and I'm holding back, being like, yo, like, I'm good. Just leave me alone. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why I want to be left alone.
Yeah.
So it's like, I regret it now because I've had to deal with all this stuff, but at the same time, I don't regret it because it's been a massive blessing because it opened my eyes and gave me so much more perspective as to what is going on like in social media and like society as a whole. Because like I'm in the realm of things, I'm nobody. Like I'm just a guy who works out and talks to you guys and like we're on Instagram, we're just doing shit, right?
Yeah.
So is he.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like everyone gravitated towards the situation and like hyper fixated on like, it's almost like I brought out the bully that picked on all these people when they were younger and they like took it out on me. Like now's my chance to fucking show Tim who beat me up in 6th grade that the fucking bullies don't win. It's like, there's so much more to it. So, I mean, I gained a ton of perspective from it. And it also like, as annoying as it was for the Instagram shit, like from going to 200, almost 300,000 followers and like losing my account, bringing it back, losing my account, spending money doing this and that to get it back. It's like, it's almost like, it's made me understand like that shit doesn't matter. Yeah. Whereas I was getting a little caught up in it at one point where I was like, look at the numbers. Yeah. And like, all these people. And like in my head, I'm like, now I'm like, I didn't know any of those fucking people.
Yeah.
Like and 3/4 of those could have been bots because I wasn't looking at who was following me. Yeah. I don't know what the algorithm's just pumping me out into fucking bot land and I don't know, right? Like, cause like my merch drops sell the same.
I was gonna ask you,
so it's like the
change?
people that fuck with me are
that's always
still
gonna be
me.
your core. Like that's your core. Like
so it's like, do I care about this stuff? And I think it just provided me with a lot of peace of mind because I was just like, man, like this social media thing can really burrow a hole into your psyche and be like, it can start consuming you. And now I'm just like, I remember when I first lost it, I was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do?
That's like your life's over.
I'm like, oh, who said everyone's gonna forget about me? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's probably okay. Like, and I'm also came from like a background where I like when I first met you guys, I had just get on Instagram pretty much, and I was like building the audience I had. So I hadn't been on Instagram for like 7 years, and I had just come back to it. So like I didn't have like this long-standing relationship with it. Yeah. And when I did get on, I saw this like meteoric kind of ascension. So I'm like, what is this? And you start thinking like, what am I doing? That's like something so like special that these people are fucking, it's like, but I could just keep doing that. And they'll just keep, the people that like me will just keep watching it. It doesn't matter whether my followers are at this or at this, right? So it's like, like I said, I don't regret it. I'm glad that I did it because it's put me in a different perspective, and perspective is valuable as shit as you get older. So it's just like, it also showed me who was with me and who wasn't with me. Because like even the smallest little thing where it's like I had these guys that I trained from that gym. One's name was Antoine, one's name was Quentin. Okay. I trained both of these guys for free. Okay. During COVID. So I was trying to I was coming back. I wasn't really on Instagram, but I was like helping these guys train. And I put my time and my effort into these people because I'm paying forward what was done for me by other people as well. So I'm trying to help them out as much as I can and blah, blah, blah. I'm giving my time, giving my energy. And then as soon as this video drops, these two dudes are jumping on a podcast saying that I'm a bitch. I'm a fucking hoe. I'm a fucking loser. This guy's I can't believe you did that. That's fucked up. He's a loser for doing that. It's like without even like coming to me, being like, "Hey man, what happened? Like, what really happened?" Like they saw the video of the pusher, like Mike's fucking, that's so stupid.
They went
He's
for
such
the
a
clicks
pussy.
right away. They went.
Yeah,
for
they
the
went
clicks.
for it, and I wrote them. And I said, bro, like, I never would have thought that you would have sunk to that level to like make a fucking video like that about me. Less than 24 hours later, you don't know anything about what went on. You didn't even talk to me. I'm like, you guys are pieces of shit. And they both apologized within an hour. I'm like, what is this shit? Yeah. Like sending me, one guy, Quentin, sent me a voice, like, yo, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just really upset because you blocked me on Instagram. I'm like, bro, first of all, I didn't. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. And you took such offense to that now you don't like me.
Was it because you got deactivated? Because when you get deactivated,
yeah, because I don't know what the fuck.
People think you blocked them because like you don't show up anymore.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I wrote the Antoine dude, and I'm like, man, this is a guy that I've known for a long time, who knows my character, knows who I am, and it's just like, literally like, yeah, bro, he shouldn't have done that. Like he's trying to play the fence, but like he's trying to be the mediator, but he's shitting on me.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Mike's out of control. Like my friend would have beat his ass and blah blah. He should pick on guys his own size. Like,
but you know what that is?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that, but that is exactly the point that you're making, where it's like people get so invested in social media and think that it's real life. That's like any chance to get clicks and views to add a couple more followers.
It's just waiting for the next event.
Yes, because the dopamine. Because
they don't care.
Yeah.
Because if you went back if you flash forward 5 months now, no one gives a shit.
Even 2 months, bro.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're going to make this video.
It's just right
And then
now.
I said to Antoine, I'm like, bro, you made that video. It was your most viewed video you've put out on your channel since you started it. So you're welcome. And I want my fucking Google AdSense from it. For sure. Pay me. Because you got no one viewing your shit. Yeah. And I said, like, like it's fucking pathetic of you. Yeah. And this is a person that like, he battled addiction. I was with him through that. I went to his 1 year sober fucking celebration, all this shit. Like, this is a person that I know.
Yeah.
And you're instantly bashing me. Like the first chance you get. Yeah. I expect it from all the little shitheads.
Yeah.
Who don't know what's going on, and all these clickbaity people that are like, look, there is jackass and blah, blah. But it's like people I know. And then he writes me like 2 weeks later, like, I took the video down. I felt bad about it.
But you see, 2 months later, it's already done.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's like, I felt bad about it. It wasn't right, and I shouldn't have done that. Blah blah. I know you don't care. I'm like, you're fucking right. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that do now?
Yeah. Too late.
I'm like, make a public apology to me. Yeah. Don't apologize to me in person. You shamed me in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So say in front of everybody, I was wrong for that.
Yeah.
I should have stayed the fuck out of it. I should have minded my own business, right? Which is like a lost art form nowadays. Like it's
100%.
No one's ever heard of it. Like,
was there a lot of people from the gym, other trainers and stuff, that reached out to you after?
No, there was like a celebration there was like a mass celebration of my exodus.
Really?
Yeah. These people all had secret hate, like secret deep-seated hate for me for no apparent reason. These are people that even I've trained or like I've talked to. They're just like, we're waiting for me to like, that my downfall, like, fuck that guy. Like, guys don't even know, like, it's so nice to come to the gym now. It's like a cloud's been lifted. I'm like, and I wrote him, I said, bro, I didn't even fucking know you. He's like, yeah, man, you walk around with like a mean look on your face and like everyone feels your energy. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Like my look on my face walking around normal might look like that, but I can do whatever I want. And the fact that it's affecting you that much, you're fucking mental.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't give a fuck if some crackhead walked by me in a bad mood. The rest of the day, I'm like, this fucking asshole. He was in a bad mood. Now I'm in a bad mood. It's like, I just go about my day, right?
Of course.
So I had a couple interactions with that with people. And then at the end of those conversations, they'd be like, you know what? You're right, bro. I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
God,
it's like, oh my God. Like and then this fucking Greg Doucette.
Well, I wanted to bring him up.
This guy's
right? Because
he's
been
fucking
going crazy on
sociopath.
you, right? Like he's been really using your name and going crazy, right? My question was, what is your reaction from these videos? What is your take on these guys saying these things? Why is there so much like fitness beef almost? Like as soon as someone does something like a little bit wrong.
You know what it is? It's because in bodybuilding and in the fitness world, there's nothing happening.
That's fair.
There's nothing new. That's fair. There's nothing to talk about. Everyone's just recycling content.
Yeah.
They're literally posting videos they posted a year ago, new, like they're brand new.
Yeah.
They're literally redoing a video they did in a different way because like there's nothing new in the gym world.
Yep.
The dumbbells are still there. The barbells are still there.
Pounds are
There's
pounds.
new machines coming out now and then, but they're still working the same body parts.
Yep.
So it's like there's nothing new happening. So these people that are self-absorbed, narcissistic, and insecure are hyper fixated on every little fucking soap opera drama that could happen.
For sure.
And even the world of bodybuilding and fitness is like, that's the news that makes the news. Like, so-and-so has left this coach and is going with this coach.
Yeah.
Or this person said this person did that.
Yep.
And this person's breaking
It's
up.
always fitness against fitness,
Oh,
coach
it's
against
crazy.
coach, right?
It's
And
like
he said
drama. It's like drama.
For
It's
sure.
like it's like almost like
It's almost like they have to make it up because they're so fucking bored. Like they're making it TMZ when there's no celebrity. No one cares about you guys.
yeah.
And like you guys are celebrities in your own mind, and you're all fucking each other and doing weird shit, and it's just weird. as
Because
fuck.
he said something that I want your take on. He's like, oh, like the problem when you act like that and you, let's say like you hit someone, is that now you have to remember that that person for the rest of their life, they might want to react back. So I guess what he was saying was like, oh, like Big Mike's not thinking about the fact that this guy, Jeff, might have a grudge for the rest of his life, which now that you're telling us actually is he's the one doing the damage afterwards now.
Yeah, it's like,
Right? Like now, no, I'm saying it actually flips because if he's doing all this damage to you on Facebook, Meta, bots, all this stuff, he's actually returning the revenge now. And now he would
now
look at it
you're
more
the,
like,
you're the one who was like the victim, and now you're the aggressor.
there you
Yeah.
go.
So it's like you're role reversing. You became the victim to now spawn hate and revenge and
There you
like
go.
do all this shit. And it's like, were you really a victim then?
There
or were you
go.
just waiting for an opportunity to be the villain?
Yes.
Because like I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about it. I didn't film it. Even when I went to the cops that night, they're telling me, no, like, you can't contact them in direct way, blah, blah, please don't talk about this. I'm like, well, I'm just letting you know that this has literally gone worldwide.
Yeah.
And the only way the footage had gone worldwide is because he has the footage and released it. He's the only person who possesses the footage of me pushing him.
Yep.
Because I sure as fuck wasn't filming.
Of course.
There wasn't someone in the gym filming because there was nothing to see. They were just like going about their business and all of a sudden it happened.
Yeah.
So I said, why is it okay for him to perpetuate this view of me and send it to all these media outlets and slander my name?
Yeah.
And I'm just supposed to sit back and be like,
Yeah.
sit on my hands and not say anything.
So he's allowed to keep saying stuff.
They're like, well, we told him not to do that. I'm like, well, he's doing it. So and
But
I,
I'm- but
I
I'm
said
sure
to my
you-
lawyer, I showed my lawyer when I'm showing all this stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm saving all these clips.
That's what I was just gonna say.
I have a
right?
fucking Google Doc full of all these fucking clips, dude.
Yep.
Like everything that's happened.
Yep.
Nothing is forgotten.
Yep.
So it's like, I know what you did. I know what you're doing. And I know how you perpetrated this lie and sent it to TMZ. All this nonsense with this like slanderous shit. Like, I'm just a helpless victim in this and da da da. It's like, bro, you're fucked up mentally, man.
But
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of problems there.
the gym was it the gym? Like somebody got their hands on the actual like security camera footage,
Yeah. And so,
which eventually, shine a light on everything you're mentioning.
yeah.
You see him telling his cameraman, you see all that, right?
Yeah.
How did that come out?
I don't know.
Johnny Bravo, obviously.
I have no
That
idea.
guy, bro, that
Johnny
guy's crazy. Have you
Bravo.
seen that video, the Johnny Bravo video?
Yeah, he wrote, I didn't watch
I
it.
think no, he actually was on your side.
Yeah, he wrote me and asked me if he wants me to, like, if I wanted to comment. I was like,
That
"No,
guy's
I don't."
killing Wes Watson all on his own. That guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. It's funny to me. Like, it's like like you said when this happened. I saw who stood with me and didn't stay with me. Like, Wes gets all kinds of hate
Yeah.
for whatever reason people want to hate him for.
Yeah.
I don't know Wes other than speaking to him online. And when this event happened, he reached out and made stories like, "Fuck, that kid's a bitch. He deserved it." Blah blah. Like,
Okay.
he's like you need to learn your, basically saying people need to learn their place in society. Like, you don't fuck with a monster and expect like not to get hit or fucking whatever, right? So he kind of came to my defense and was like, we were writing privately and just talking about the stuff. And so when that shit happened with him and the guy in the gym, I was talking to him as well. And he's like, yeah, like fucking, like this kid is like, the guy that came into his gym is like 6'5",
He was massive. He was
Yeah.
massive.
and he's deranged, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you came in and you set up a camera
Fight.
on the ground, walked over to a man that you know will hit you.
Yeah.
Like regardless of whether those guys are there or not, Wes still would have hit him.
True.
But it's like, and then you're crying after.
Yeah.
And like they're arresting him saying it was aggravated battery, blah, blah, blah. Like I wouldn't, especially in Florida,
Yeah, it's a wrong
if I'm
place.
if I beat the shit out of a guy and he's able to walk out of the gym, where do I think he's going?
Yeah.
To his car to get a gun
Yes.
if he doesn't have one on him already.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure, damn sure he's not moving
Yeah.
when I leave that gym,
Yeah.
or he's like under some type of like restraint or whatever. I'm not going to just let this guy walk away.
Of course.
So yeah, he kicked him in the face 3 fucking times so the guy wouldn't get up.
Yeah.
And the guy left bloodied and whatever, right? Like, did he need to do that? No, but like in that instance, this isn't Canada.
Yeah, you never know what the
It's
fuck
Florida.
Yeah,
It's a different story.
You don't know whether this dude, you don't know if he has a gun in his waistband right now. You don't know if he has a gun in his fucking sock that he pulls out a little 22 and blasts him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, he beat this guy up. That wasn't a fair fight. It's like, guys, you would do the same thing in that circumstance.
Yeah.
You would hope that you would.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't because you're too soft.
Do you think when it comes to Wes Watson, he does a lot of like, you know, teasing online though to aggravate people in a way?
Well, I think
I'm not saying it's okay to just pull up at his gym and then, you know, ask for a fight. I'm just taking it from that direction too.
Well, it's just this desire to like all these different influencers and like prison expert guys like who are so proud of their time spent in prison, which is like, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
but like they're like questioning his validity of like his paperwork and all this stuff and like poking holes and all this stuff. But it's like you're only doing that because he's being so flashy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's being flashy because he knows you're going to react to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows that a certain individual sees that and wants to be that.
Yeah.
So therefore, he has people signing up for his program to learn how to be like him.
Yeah.
It's marketing, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't take it seriously.
For sure.
And if you listen to what Wes says on like a calmer level when he's speaking to people or he's doing podcasts, the guy's not fucking saying whacked out shit like fuck a bitch every day. He's like saying like be true to yourself, like stand up for what you believe in, like act a certain way, blah blah blah, like be disciplined, all this shit. Like he's not pouring bottles and like fucking slapping strippers' asses. He's not doing that shit.
Yeah.
But all these people, like, it's just they want to have someone to hate. Like it was even in the sense of me. Like I'm nowhere near at his level of social media prowess or his like status. But it's like you're coming after me. You don't even know me,
Yeah.
and you're attacking everything about me, but you know nothing about me.
Facts.
And like because we saw him push a guy, this guy's a piece of shit, fucking loser. And
Yeah.
like, you wouldn't do that to Thor, like strongman. I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't, because I would push him and I would go back. Well, it's like,
Well, okay, so that's another take that a lot of people were taking online, right? They're like, well, why would you pick on someone so small compared to you, right? But there's 2 ways to look at that. I look at that and I'm like, yo, even if there's a fucking little shit pissing me off all the time, I don't care how big he is, I'll slap him out.
well,
Like, that's the truth.
It's a
But to pick on someone and bully someone that's just because they're smaller than you is 2 different things.
yeah, and that's what people saw because the first narrative that people are given is the one that sticks with them.
Yeah.
And we all know that from like everything you see on the news.
Facts.
I saw this, boom, boom, boom. The story comes out later. They're like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is what happened though. Like, because this is the one that I got first, right? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, their perception is that I just walked up to him, threw him, and was like, "Fuck you, little dude," and like I
you
mean,
pick the smallest guy in the gym.
yeah. But there's literally like there's a backstory to this, and there's like a lead up to this, and there's like a respectful discussion, being like, "Please fuck off."
Yeah.
This is me being very cordial and normal with you. Like, let's just part ways and not deal with this. And even on that day, I'm like, I would have been like, if you had stayed 10 feet away from me and not walked into my personal space and acted like you're ignorant and just been like, hey man, I'd like when you're done, do you mind if we talk for a second? I'd be like, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem at all. I'll go over here and talk for an hour if you want.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're coming up to me in a certain manner. That's not how I operate, right?
Dude, as soon as you said I don't like you to him, and if I was him, I'm out. I'm gone. You're never gonna see me. Like, you have to be aware a little bit too. Like, if I see you at the gym, bro, I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, and the thing is,
just
that
like-
people that
it's
know
common
me,
sense.
people that know me, and people that have interacted with me, or even see me at the gym, like I'm not talking to anybody.
No, I know.
So me bullying people is like the furthest thing from what I'm doing. I'm trying to avoid human interaction at all costs.
I know.
Every part of my day.
Yeah.
Like, even if someone comes to talk to me, it's like I'm talking and moving. Yeah, and I'm moving.
Well,
because I'm not trying to get pulled into these conversations of like stupidity,
For sure.
or like have a chance for something to go weird.
I think there's like a mix happening right now with, older school mentality guys like yourself that have been in the gym for a long time, and then now these modern day influencers, that are in
It's
the
like
gyms with
shoving
their-
a fucking camera and a microphone in everyone's face. Like,
And
I'm
I-
here to
and I-
fucking work out.
And I think especially the gym you were at was very influencer focused. So to be honest, the fact that you hadn't done anything until then was pretty surprising to me, to be honest, because I know how much you don't like when the cameras are around and these 10 guys are walking around with cameras and shit. I know, right? But
It's like I don't have like any. I understand. I'm not like someone like I know I come across, I make the jokes and I like bash people, I troll people, whatever. But it's like when I see kids in the gym filming, it's not like I'm like going over and be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? This is for working out in here, man. Or why are you not big? Like, I'm just like, okay. Like, and I won't walk in their way. And like, I'm not going to like walk through their frame to be a fucking asshole. It's just like, this is what it is now.
For sure.
But it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Of course.
And if you're going to force me to be involved in it and you're going to try and put a camera in my face, I'm not going to be cool with it.
Yeah.
But I'll let you do whatever it is you do. You can be some chick walking around with your tits out and what do you think about this? It's like, yeah, but it's like, I mean, or you can be a guy like, hey man, what was your toughest meal prep? You're like, it's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Fair.
Like, why are you cool with, like, and comfortable with talking about it now?
I mean, it's enough time has passed, right? It's like, it's going to be, I'd rather have people have time to digest what happened.
True.
And then hear the point of view that I have. Whereas if I came out immediately defending myself, I make it seem like I think I did something wrong. I don't think I did something wrong. So I'm not going to like deflect off, and I'm not going to be like, hey, no. He says I did this. I didn't do that. I would never do that. Like, and I'm pandering to society being like, oh, no. Oh, I'm good. Like, and it's like, why don't you just apologize? It's like, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sorry for what happened. I'm grateful for what happened. It was a blessing.
Yeah.
Like, you're put in certain places and you have split section decisions to do stuff. If I didn't push him, I would be cool. If I did push him, I would be cool.
Yeah.
Either way, my life will be fine.
I think like you mentioned, you saw who was real around you as well.
Yeah.
Like those are always huge blessings, bro. Because if you,
I
let's say
love
you
it.
didn't do that and
The more people I can eliminate that I have to interact with.
there you go.
So if I know that you're outside my circle and you're definitively out of there, I'm just condensing that smaller and smaller.
Well, it brings you peace,
to like
bro.
tighter group of people, to like people I fuck with, to like, I know I'm good with myself, so I'm good. Now I have this like small community of people around me who are like insulating me and like keeping me good. And I don't care about all this. Like your opinion of me, some guy in fucking Idaho who watches my videos and now he's like, no, I'm not a fan, bro, because you picked on that guy. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, that guy's gonna be a fan in like another 6 months. Like that's
like
that's literally how it changes.
It's like, and it's these guys like, it was funny because we mentioned Greg Doucette. Like I had an issue with Greg because he just buds his nose into any business because that's how he tries to stay relative.
Yep.
He also uses bots to fucking get his numbers up. No one wants to listen to that guy. That voice is fucking insane. Wow. And so I'm like, he's making these videos about me, but he's literally, my merch drop, I couldn't advertise it properly because I got banned. Wow. So I put up my merch drop, I loaded all my merch stuff and all the images and stuff like that, and my account got fucking hit. He was still pushing it. So he was still showing my merch being like, look at this hoodie he made. It says no content formed against me shall prosper. I'm like, thanks, Greg.
So he's promoting.
He's helping you.
I'm like, thanks, Greg. And he's like, he's a piece of crap. You can't do that. And it's like, and look at this shirt. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like I didn't have, I just didn't have a choice. I'm like, I should thank you for promoting. Like, as much as you're like a little shithead and you're like causing drama and you're just like here to nag people. It's like at the end of the day, like your bullshit caused me to have probably one of the best drops I ever had.
Is that what happened?
Mixed with like getting to toss a midget. You know what I mean?
Well, bro, even at the beginning, like when I saw all the posts coming out, I saw comments on your shit. Even when I reached out, I'm like, bro, I want to give you a platform to come say your side.
Yeah.
And I was even asking him like, yo, what's going on? This and that. Like, I was genuinely interested because I saw all the hate coming your way.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, let me try to get his side of the story because no one's hearing that.
Yeah.
Right. So like, dude, I think those are always blessing in disguise. It might be rough, can't go to the gym and shit like that, like whatever. People around you and the circle is so important, dude. And if that didn't happen, maybe you still have some fakes around you as well.
Well, I mean, like you saw, like I said, with the people that were at the gym with me, like they're literally they're piling on as soon as they could.
Yeah.
Putting out Instagram posts like the gym feels safer now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Is there any other part, let's say, of your side of the story that you want to include that maybe we missed?
No, I think I've touched on all of it. It's just I am in this. It is regretful in the fact to me that like this kid has let this affect him so much, and like I said, I could understand if like I caused bodily harm to the kid. He had a broken jaw. He couldn't fucking he's all fucked up. Like I did something to like permanently maim him. But it's like we got in a disagreement.
Yeah.
And like a pushing match. and like me shoving you a little bit, and you've gone to this extent where like you've literally become unhinged
Yeah.
to the point where you're like hiring bodyguards and like thinking that you have this diluted view of yourself because you have millions of followers. And this goes back to that same thing. You have millions of followers. And you have all these followers on YouTube and you this and that, and you're in this echo chamber where you're like, I'm the best thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't realize though that no one knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Just like they don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Unless they actually follow me.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not going to walk down the street and they're like, there he is.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're going to
It doesn't
walk
equate
in
to
the
real
Eden
life.
Center
Yeah.
and get swarmed.
Yeah.
Whereas like I was working for an individual before who, when this person went out in public, would get swarmed because legitimately millions of people know who this person is and gravitate towards this person.
Yeah.
You live in a make-believe world of bots and fucking fake pages that give you a clout and give you a standing in society, even like million followers. And you're like, hold yourself up in this pedestal, but everyone's like, what are you doing up there?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You just lift weights or something? Tell people how to lift weights?
Yeah.
Why do we care?
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you speak to him if he was
no
open to
problem.
it?
I would have talked to him. I would have ironed this out with him like the day after, like whenever he wanted, but I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
So like I can't call the kid up or like plan to like, hey man, let's meet here and talk because I'm in breach. So
But you would be open to
I
it.
automatically get charged with assault if I do that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So it's like you made it impossible for me to rectify the situation in any way, even if there was a chance to do that. You made it impossible. That's why at that moment I was like, fuck this kid.
Yeah.
Because you took the bitch way out to be like, I'm charging you with assault, and
Yeah.
probably convinced your cameraman to do the same thing.
For sure.
Even though he didn't want to,
Yeah.
because neither of you was heard. And it's like you're wasting not only my time, you're wasting the legal system's time, you're wasting lawyers' time. Well, actually not wasting it. They're getting paid, so they don't give a fuck.
Lots of money though.
But it's like, you're causing all this drama over something that could have been squashed like over whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, this far away from the incident, I could have done a video with him as a joke about this.
For sure.
I was gonna say.
And be like, you pushed me this time.
Yeah.
Like literally send me flying. And I'll be like, because I'm fucking cool as shit like that. I don't give a fuck. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
I'll make fun of myself, but it's like, let's be funny about it.
Yeah.
And let's show people we're over it. And it's not that big of a deal. But now you made it a big deal. So now I have to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So-
it's just a whole lot of nonsense.
Well, your side matters. Obviously, I think it hasn't been told enough.
Yeah.
So what are you up to now? Like, what are you doing now? You can't go to that gym anymore. Did you switch gyms? What are you working on?
I just switched gyms. I'm at a gym in Mississauga called Freebird.
Sick.
So it's a good look. I mean, it's nice and quiet. There's lots of people that go there, but it's very like during the day when I train people, it's just basically like my own training studio.
Nice.
So it's nice and
Calm.
zen.
No cameras flying around in there or what?
No, nothing like that. And I mean, it's also run by these Indian dudes, so they're like, there's weapons on the wall and shit. So I'm
It's a
going down
different
there.
kind of place. Yeah. So your clients moved on with you and stuff like that too?
Yeah.
Sick.
Except for like a couple that kind of were in that area, so it made no sense for them to like. They were training with me at pure due to the convenience of the gym. So they're not going to make that half-hour drive when they have a 5-minute drive, right? So and I didn't expect them to. I wasn't like hurt by people doing whatever. They got to do what's best for their life, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just still. I continue making videos. I'm still doing what I do. I launched my supplement.
Yeah, let's talk about the
line and
subs. Let's talk.
Still doing the merch and all that stuff. So life
talk
moves on.
about the subs a bit. Like, what's the plan with that?
We launched it. I think it's been a month now.
Okay.
Maybe when the fuck was it? That's probably good that I don't know that. Yeah, a month, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did it. Me and my partner Mike and my other partner Kareem. We've been working on it for a while. So it was just wanted to make a pre-workout product that wasn't like made you feel like you were on crack or Adderall, which had a crash after. So it was like more to get the stims just enough to keep you up. Have delayed caffeine in there, so like it hits you slower through the workout. There's glycerol in there for pump, and there's a bunch of other like cognition function products in there. So just to keep you sharp while you're training. So more focused and like pump based than like I'm like out of my fucking mind and
Yeah.
trying to like fucking lift a ton for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And then crashing an hour later.
For sure. So merch, subs, continue to train.
Yeah.
Why don't you open a gym? No.
It's not a good business
I feel
model.
I feel like you could.
The only way I would open a gym is if it was just like the dude who was in this space before.
Yeah.
He just had this to like do his craft. Do you know what I mean? So like you could let other painters come here, or you could let like other artists come and work in the space. And I would have a private gym that I maybe would facilitate like having enough members, like people I know, to just pay the rent, make it like a co-op type thing.
Okay.
and just fucking have it be like that. Just so
Yeah,
people can
more
escape.
like I'm not saying to make millions, and it's more so to have
I just
your own
think
place.
that the gym space is just so saturated right now, and it's like Pure Muscle was kind of like the beginning of like the kind of like super gyms, I guess you could say, in Canada, and now there's like another one that opened in Barrie. There's like my buddy Mike's opening up a place called The Realm in Calgary. It's like fucking massive. Like
Sick.
I don't know how many square feet this thing is. It's a fucking warehouse just full of fucking beautiful equipment. So like he'll do well because he's the first of his kind there.
True.
And there's no other market there. But like it seems like in the States especially, it's like Iron Temple and then
there's a lot.
fucking Iron God, and they're all like opening up all over town. Like we have the best equipment. It's like you all have the same equipment.
Yeah, from the same manufacturer.
Because you're just copying the other gym's shit
Yeah.
and getting their shit. And like now it's just this like dead cycle of like, we got the best gym for now until the next place comes out. So I just don't, it's something I wanted to do before, and I'd still be interested in the right opportunity, but it's not something that I'm hyper fixated on, right? It's a lot of overhead. It's a lot of fucking.
For sure. But I think you can crush it though, bro. You have the experience, you have the space, the network. I think you would do well.
I think I'd just be fucked too, because I'd probably kick everyone out.
For sure.
I'd be like,
being by
you're
yourself
out.
in
I
there.
mean, actually, I
I got one more set. No, you're fucking done, dude.
That's my machine. Actually, you're getting the fuck up. I want to talk about one more topic before we end it. I want to talk about performance enhancing drugs, but with the youth right now. Like we see a lot of really young guys, these TikTok kids, and they're 15 and they're 16, and they're on PEDs, but it's more so for clout, I feel. And these kids are like I said, taking roids is fine, but at that age, maybe for clout. What are your thoughts on all this? I have some stats too I want to read before.
Let's hear it. ChatGPT told us.
ChatGPT told us. You know this. Come on. So there's 4 stats here. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Occupational Medicine. It found that 3.7% of high school athletes reported previous steroid use. Okay. In 2024, a report by The Guardian, between 2020 and 2024, TikTok videos tagged with hashtags promoting steroid drugs amassed over 580 million views among viewers aged 18 to 24 in the US. A survey by the National Institute of Drug Abuse findings: 21% of high school students know a friend who takes steroids, and another 20% believe it's easy to obtain them. Last study, in 2024 by the Time Journal, 11% of high school students reported using synthetic human growth hormone without prescription, okay? So obviously this is like a big thing. What are your thoughts on these super young kids and them taking that approach?
I'd be interested to see how many of the young kids or like high school kids are the same group of people are playing sports,
Okay.
like football,
Okay.
things like that. I'd be wondering to see if if it truly is being used for performance enhancement,
Okay.
like the name suggests, or whether it's just recreational steroid use.
Okay.
Because that's what that is.
Do you think it's bad that they're doing it at that age?
I think it's an awful idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as.
Like
I'm going
14
to catch
years
flack
old.
for this. There's going to be kids that do it.
Yeah, of course.
And there's going to be parents that have their kids do it, and they know their kids are doing it.
True.
And a lot of these parents are viewing their kids as the next someone in sports. So they're like, nothing's off the table.
Yeah.
Because Joe needs to get bigger for fucking football. If he wants to make the senior team and he wants to like get a scholarship, he's got to put on 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it needs to be 20 pounds of solid fucking mass, not like a fat ass, right? So like you see like these different documentaries, like the guy in Miami who was like had a roster of high school kids. It was like all the parents were paying, and he was giving them fucking. I mean, like that shit happens.
True.
Yeah, it's real.
But I think what the problem is, I'm not saying that isn't a problem, but I see where that becomes kind of like the cost of playing the game, and these kids trying to attain this status and like lead to a better life. So I see that as always being something that existed, or primarily has existed probably in the last 20 years or so. But these kids that you're talking about on TikTok who are taking drugs and just making content and working out and doing nothing with it,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because like you can do it, and the effects will be what the effects are. There'll be bad effects, there'll be good effects, right? Who knows what that's going to do to you going forward? Especially because these kids, for some reason, have got it in their head that like some of the harshest drugs you can do are the drugs they just automatically select. It's So it's like me and you we're gonna go have beers.
Yeah.
We drink for the first time. We're gonna have a couple beers.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna go down a bottle of fucking Jack
Yeah.
like until it's gone.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a couple beers and be like, that was fun. Like
So ease into it.
I
You're
feel
saying.
pretty good, right?
Okay.
But it's like if I drink a bottle of Jack every day, I get cirrhosis of the liver by the time I'm fucking 25 and I'm 14, and I'm like,
Yeah. It's
why
fun.
did I do that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like these kids don't realize also that the drug of choice for them a lot of the time is they're going on and on about tren. Trenbolone, trenbolone. Like you don't even understand. Like the drug works. It really fucking works. Don't get me wrong. It will work, and you will get bigger, and you will get stronger, and you will transform.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know that there's one really bad caveat to that drug is that it crosses the blood-brain barrier. So the chemicals from that compound cross the blood-brain barrier, and they make you whacked out.
Wow.
So there's a reason why people don't use tren. Like even bodybuilders like who are getting ready for a show, if there's like, say there's sections or phases of getting ready for a show.
Yeah.
You start off, you're about 16 weeks out, let's say. For the first like, I don't know, let's say the first fucking 10 weeks, you're on pretty much the same stack.
Okay.
You're kind of like rotating in and out, like kind of like testosterone, EQ, DECA, stuff like this that's eliciting you keeping the muscle on while you're dieting down.
Okay.
Once you get closer to the show, it's about getting lean and shredding body fat and really bringing up your vascularity and like muscle density and like getting almost this like wrapped like plastic action figure look where your skin's like wrapped around your body. That's when tren comes in, because tren does that. It also, when you're on low calorie and you have no energy and you don't want to lift weights because you're fucking drained, makes you a fucking maniac. Wow. In the sense that like, not a maniac like you're going to be like, but when you go to the gym, you're attacking weights as opposed to being like, I don't want to fucking be here. Wow. Like you're like, ah. You know what I mean? So it's limited to like certain phases in a prep for bodybuilding.
Okay.
Most part, like that's how it's been used. So it's like this select phase of like 4 weeks ish, maybe push to 5, whatever it is, 6 weeks, the last part of the prep, you keep this trend in and then you don't touch it.
Wow.
I know
So
a guy who's
not only
in
do
this
you,
right
at
now.
this time, you feel the worst you felt because you're on low energy, low calories and whatever. You're dealing with brain fog from all this other shit because you're tired.
Yeah.
And the drugs are affecting you. So it's like you're kind of giving your system a jolt with this drug, and then people add in other drugs like halotestin, which thank God these kids haven't heard about halotestin. I probably should have said it on here.
We're gonna blank it. We're gonna
Yeah,
bleep that one.
but it's like they get on these drugs, and these things are like, these are the type of drugs like we're talking about, like soldiers on the front lines are being given this and like
crazy.
abandoning all like thought of who they are as a human being, right?
Do you think that it's a lot to do with social media and what these kids are seeing online and the results that they see from other people? They're like, fuck, for me to get there, I have to do this. Like, it's almost like unrealistic results from a lot of people that are these fitness influencers.
Yeah, it's just, it's being irresponsible on the part of like these, like it's great and it's a double-edged sword. So there's a lot of fitness influencers now are being very open about what they do.
Yeah.
I'm on this cycle, I take this much of this, because they're tired of people saying they take this much when they're like, I only take this much. Like, chill the fuck out.
So they're just
man.
telling them now.
So they're trying to be like transparent and say, I only do this. But the kids are like, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You look way better than that.
Yeah.
Like, and if I want to look like you, I have to take more.
I have to take double what you take.
I'm behind you. I got to catch up. So they see guys like C-Bum or they see guys like these fucking monsters on stage and they're like, if I do more, I'll get there faster.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you won't. And you won't, like, the average kid doesn't have the genetic capability or the propensity to put on that muscle on their frame so they can take all the drugs they want.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything. Like, it'll do something, but it's not going to make you look like person X, who's like the best body you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the genetic potential to hold that much muscle, period, no matter what you do. So if you're a 180-pound kid who's skinny, like long torso, long arms, like gangly and all this stuff, you're not all of a sudden going to be full of muscle and like packed with muscle and just jacked out of your mind because you took a steroid. You still only have the ability you have to grow the way you grow. Like, you don't grow new muscle, like insertions and like length of muscle or density. Like, you are what you are, and you will be that person with more muscle on your frame. So drastic changes can be made, but you'll see the drastic changes being made in people who are hyper genetically potential. Like, their genetic potential is through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
So you see them when they're not on steroids, you're like, man, imagine that guy did steroids, and they go on there.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah.
there's guys in the fucking pro leagues right now, like a guy named Samson Dauda. Samson is Mr. Olympia currently. I think as early as like 5 years ago, if you look at pictures of Samson and you look at him now, it's like,
Different.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And he's the best in the world. So you can see the potential was there. He just needed to put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And even from knowing him and experience and knowing the people that have coached him and the company that he's with, my friend Fuad sponsors him. His company's Hostile. They know what he's doing. And it's not what like your average kid would be doing in the gym.
True.
So they're like, he's hyper responding to this, which is a real thing. Like he takes very little to cause massive results. Wow. So these kids are obviously he's lying. So they're like, I'm going up to, right? But they just see diminishing returns, right? Because it affects them mentally. It affects their fucking like cholesterol levels. Could like have cardiac implications. It can do all this shit because you're still putting this stuff in your body, and without being smart about it, problems will arise, right?
Okay, but let's say someone like me, okay? If I wanted to hop on a cycle.
And by the way, he's not asking for a friend, by the way.
No, I'm saying someone like me. Someone like me, I'm saying. If I was like, okay, you know what? I want to hop on a cycle. I want to see some like sort of change in myself. And I'm an average guy. I'm not trying to be on stage. I'm not trying to like do anything crazy. But I want to see like a solid change.
Yeah, I mean, the person that would be guiding you would want to know, like, how much effort are you putting into that being what you want? Like, what's your effort level? Like,
Sure.
Are you training intensely? Do you have the desire to train like that?
Yeah.
Are you willing to put the work in? Will you eat? Will you do all this stuff that's required
Sure.
before they're like, take this?
Okay, but so hypothetically speaking, let's say I'm eating right.
Stop
I'm on
saying
some sort
hypothetically.
of chill, bro.
So basically, what should I take? How much?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually genuinely curious because I lost like 25 pounds in the last 6 months. I've been training. I don't know what's intense to you. I do 3 times a week, push pull legs, and like a lot of cardio in between.
It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't mean to say the intensity dictates it. It's I just say more of like the consistency. So
Okay,
are you dedicated to some type of program that you adhere to?
Yes. Okay, so I'm saying, speaking for myself, I am. I have been for like almost 6 to 8 months. I'm talking like weighing food, like the whole thing, top to bottom, workout regimen, supplements, the whole thing. I lost 25 pounds. I don't know how much muscle I put on. I didn't do like any kind of crazy stuff, but I look completely different if you go side by side. So I'm saying, let's say someone was like me, like, you know what? I want to try this out. I want to like take that change to the next level.
Yeah.
High level, what would that look like? Again,
someone like you would be a good candidate for that because you're already living the lifestyle.
Sure.
So you have the resources and the tools to, now that the drug comes in, the drug's only going to assist you.
Yes.
In recovering, synthesizing protein, doing all the things it needs to do to help the body perform optimally and recover optimally. So you're getting more out of the work you're doing. So that's what I mean is you're already doing the work.
Sure.
We're just giving you, now we're being like, here's some help.
Yeah. Here's like the added.
You're going to recover faster.
Yes.
You're going to absorb more of that protein you're eating. You're
Sure.
not going to piss it out.
Yeah.
It's going to be used to like repair muscle and like really build you back up. So this is the reason why like a lot of shit fails for people is they think they're going to go on a cycle or they're going to start TRT and they just put the drug in.
And they're not doing everything else.
But they don't do anything else.
Yeah,
Or they like work out, like you'll see them in the gym. Like I went to the gym today, and if you saw the CCT footage of the fucking gym, it's like this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they puts the phone down and goes over,
Yeah.
curls. Like, but if someone's there with intent and purpose,
Sure.
and they add in the drug, and then also when they look at like you do things like, if you were to do it and it was you, the first thing someone who's intelligent is coaching you say, go get your blood work done, and let's see what's happening. Let's see where your test is.
Yeah.
Let's see where your free test is and then your total test. And let's kind of understand, like, you're kind of down range here. Like we want you up here and you're sitting down here.
Sure.
So even if we bring you up into a range that should be optimal, let's say for someone your age, we're just going to bring you up there. That's where this whole term TRT comes from. It's testosterone replacement therapy. It's not testosterone injecting for no apparent reason therapy. Like it's not just testosterone for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So these guys that are doing it the way it should be done is their doctors are looking at their levels and like, we need to get you up to a level that's like optimal for someone your age and like where it should be based on the average mean of people, like guys. And we want to put you in there. And then we want to play with how you feel depending on where we scale the doses. So you could start at like a certain level, and then they're like, how are you feeling? Like, are you noticing this and this? You'll be like, yeah, I feel a lot better in the gym. Like libido went up, or and our overall mood got better. Like I'm not as tired all the time.
Yes.
Whatever, right? I'm hungry again. I wasn't hungry before, and now I'm hungry because my muscles are trying to feed.
But that's like at that point, someone in that phase, like they're not doing a crazy stack.
There's no need. Like
literally just
if you get well, some people, like, it depends on what you're trying to do, and there's a whole side path we could take to this. Like if you're someone that can highly convert estrogen, you don't really want to be on a lot of test, because that balance of test to estrogen ratio is going to be all out of whack. So you might have to go higher with the test to offset the estrogen coming up, right? Or take stuff to bring the estrogen down and keep the test at a certain level. So it's always playing with these ratios, right? So that's the only way other compounds really come into it, because like you're trying to offset some of the effects that could have happened from doing this or the other, right?
I understand.
And other guys who maybe have a problem with like red blood cell count being higher, hematocrit, which can cause clotting and whatnot, thickening of the blood. If you already have an issue with that, putting you on something that's going to promote that, a compound, is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Or we got to keep it within a range, and we got to look. So we might look for other compounds that have less of effect on that, but still create like an environment for anabolic activity, right?
So essentially what you're saying is, first things first, if anyone's going to be helping you with this, they should have you do a blood test.
For sure.
Yeah, and run through and see exactly what situation.
Anybody, and like any of these kids or anyone listening that's doing steroids, like get with a coach that knows what they're looking at. So you're going to get a blood test. We're all going to go get blood tests right now. All of us are going to get our own numbers, but all the values and where they should be in the ranges will be the same for all three of us. It's based on the average society, like sedentary human being.
Yeah.
So you're going to see stuff that's might be elevated, lower, out of range, way lower, and you're going to freak out because it's going to show up on the thing as like bold lettering, like
low.
This is too high, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you have to understand, like, especially if you're on steroids, certain things will be elevated, and they fucking should be, because you're on exogenous hormones.
Yeah.
And they, as much as they have effects that are good, there's also other effects that are bad. They're not side effects. They're effects of the drug. They're all the same. Yeah. They're just effects. Yeah. But some of that shit can carry over into like the liver's working a little harder than it should. Okay. The kidneys are working a little harder than they should. They're not filtering right. They're not doing whatever. If you see those kidney numbers and those kidney values start dropping, it's time to reevaluate, because that won't regenerate. Like stem cells are doing a lot of stuff like now for stem cells for kidneys that's helping them regenerate. But like once you get down that path of like kidney degeneration and like going down that path and hitting drugs like that are really exacerbating that, you're fucked. Yeah. Liver's another thing. Your liver's very resilient, right? So you see guys who are fucking raging alcoholics and
they're still good. Yeah, their liver's
like,
fine. Yeah,
they stop drinking, and next thing you know, they're fucking right back to normal, and I feel great, right? But
you know what's crazy? I think I asked you almost the same question 2 years ago. So it's funny that I had to bring that
and
back.
You still
up.
haven't done anything about it.
I know. No,
actually,
I did.
last time you said for a friend.
Yeah, but this time
now you're just being, at least you're being honest.
No, you know what though? Like, because I ask also because again I have like changed my lifestyle, and I would be interested in documenting it.
For sure, I told you to document it.
Like, too. I'd be interested in actually doing something. Like I don't even know which one. Like,
you'd be surprised too, because it wouldn't take much if you're living. Like I preach this now because I do the same shit. I was kind of off the rails before with how I was eating, and I was just kind of doing whatever I want because I didn't give a fuck. I had some concerning health tests come back where it was like, man, you need to like reel yourself in here because this isn't good. It's happening. Like, you're going on a bad road. So like literally a year ago, probably 2 years, like a year and a half ago now, I was like, I'm fucking done with this. So I went back on like bodybuilding lifestyle, like eating my meals, everything, getting with a coach that I trust. I got Michael Warner, who's my buddy, and he just lays everything out for me. I follow it like militantly. I just do it. If there's stuff where I want, like I haven't had a slice of pizza in a couple months, I'll have a slice of pizza. If I go out to dinner, I'll have a free meal for dinner. You know, but I'm right back on my plan.
Balance. That's a little bit of balance.
So it's like once you've mastered that and you have that in your mind where you're like, I'm good with this regiment, you can't fail when it comes to the drugs.
Which is like where I'm at right now. So I have a coach, nutrition, the whole thing. I have my plan, my workout plan, my subs, my meals. I have my little cheats here and there. Same thing what you're saying. And I've seen like a crazy change in my body, physically, mentally, the whole thing. But yeah, I'd be interested to like to add that in, like that be the cherry on top, but like document it, because to your point, Ernesto, about all of this TikTok shit on these people, it's like I would want to show people what it actually could be for a regular guy who's not like trying to.
I can already see regular guy does Roy.
All right, done. There's
I already got the title ready for you. You see?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's rewarding too, right? I mean, as much as people joke around like about steroids and shit like that, it's like when you are putting the work in, and then you're getting that extra benefit of like being where you should be with testosterone, even if your desire is to be more than that and get out of range and kind of like be super physiological. It's like it's encouraging, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're going to see the fruits of your labor.
Yes.
That's why I don't like, I understand people who want to be natural, but like their reasoning for being natural is so childish because they don't understand, like there's nothing dangerous about testosterone in the sense that if you're doing it intelligently and being monitored and like putting it in the body and like literally bringing yourself up to like a range where you should be.
Yeah.
If you're suboptimal, that's very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst thing you could be is suboptimal when it comes to your test levels, because that's when all this other shit starts happening.
True.
Like you cascade into like depression, fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're on antidepressants because you don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, right?
That's
But if your
facts, bro.
testosterone comes up, you're like, man, I feel like I should feel.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel fucked up, and I'm not like gonna beat my wife or fucking do all this roid rage shit. I just feel like I should feel. Like I'm not thinking about life.
Yeah.
And like how hard it is to get out of bed in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
It's a huge
just people that
misconception.
picture drugs as like this instant gratification of like muscle. It's like, no, it's an addition to a lifestyle that you've procured that's like leading you on a path to betterness, right?
Yeah.
So
we
it's
know
not-
a bunch of guys taking tests and
Yeah, they're doing TRT, but they're doing like minimal doses that just have them up hovering at like the level that they should be at,
Yeah.
or maybe that little bit extra. And like every guy that I think about that I could, well, obviously not
you
gonna
can kind
name
of
them.
tell which guys.
I'm like, yeah, they're all living like they have like a little more energy than everybody
Yeah.
around.
They're a
like,
little happy.
fucking-
They're like a little bit more up and a little bit more jacked, and they're having a good time. You know,
It depends, but it depends. I think I agree. I like what you said about like having a test done and like doing it with
Bro, you
somebody
gotta do- you have
who
to.
knows what the fuck.
There's
you're
ton, like there's tons of good doctors in Toronto, and there's a lot of clinics now. Like my doctor I go to is Dr. Goal, Sanjeev.
yeah,
Goel.
Sanjeev.
Is that-
He's my doctor as well.
yeah. So Sanjeev is like,
That's
we'll
what we
look
were
at your-
saying, right?
look
Shout
at
out
your levels.
Sanjeev.
Yeah, what's up, Sanjeev? Give me a free IV.
Yeah, please, bro. Me too. Come on.
No, but like there's guys like him I would recommend Sanjeev, but there's tons of other practitioners out there that are good as well.
Yeah,
And they're not like selling you snake oil. It's not like
Yeah.
take this fucking peptide and you're gonna fucking be invincible. It's like it's
No,
testosterone.
these are legit doctors.
We know what
Yeah.
testosterone does.
Yeah.
It's heavily researched and heavily like studied. Like
Yes.
we know what it does in the body.
Yeah.
We're well aware. It's no guessing work. Like
Yeah.
it's just finding the ranges that work for you
Fair.
based on like your body weight. Like they're gonna calculate off that first of all, and then they're gonna look at your levels, and then they're just gonna play with the doses, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's how often you dose or how infrequently you dose, like how you can mitigate a lot of side effects by more frequent dosing
Yes.
than taking like one shot a week type thing.
Yeah.
Where you're having this like spike in like
Yeah. The smaller
testosterone.
amounts,
You're
saying.
kind of just keeping things level, right? Which is something I've learned recently because I used to just always take all my shit on the same day and just like every Monday, bang, like,
Yeah.
and then I'd be all fucking kind of weird for the first few days, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm cool. Like,
Yeah.
and then by the next time shot come around, I'm like, I need something. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely adding to people's lives, and I've seen it with clients that I train or guys that are in their late 50s and
Yep.
even 60s, like they're on TRT and they're just like, my fucking ankle was hurting me before and my fucking back is killing me, and now I feel great.
Yeah.
It's like, I did the fucking yard work yesterday. I did this, and you're like, all right, man. It's like I'm waking up with boners, and you're like, cool, man.
I think a lot of guys are gonna start taking it. It's gonna be like mainstream almost. I think so.
Yeah. It's hilarious to me though when I see kids who are like these TikTok kids or kids who are in their 20s and they're like, I'm on TRT.
It's like, bro, that's
It's
why
like,
you have
you-
all the tests.
You should have lots.
like lots.
Like don't get me wrong, there's cases where some kids just they don't
No,
produce.
okay,
Like it
of
could be
course.
like some type of genetic thing or
Yeah.
the food they're eating. Like it could be something that's affecting that's suppressing, right? But
Yeah.
it's like in general, like if you're 20 something years old and you need TRT, just say you want to do testosterone.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
say it's a therapy.
Yeah.
It's not therapy.
Yeah.
It's you wanting to be more jacked.
That's it.
It's cool. Like
Yeah, that's simple. Yeah.
because you got more than enough. You want more than enough because you want to fucking
Yeah.
get big, right?
Yeah.
So just say it's that. Don't be like, yeah, I'm on TRT.
I also
say it so passively, like
sure.
they took a Tylenol, like I had a headache. TRT, just that. Like steroids, dude. It's testosterone. Like
I saw something that said testosterone levels are actually the lowest they've ever been as the generations are progressing. So each generation
I wouldn't doubt it. Look at the population.
is having lower and
I
lower.
don't even know what fucking gender they are anymore.
We're gonna do a separate LGBTQ episode with our man Mike just for you guys.
Yeah.
Have you ever manifested before?
In what, like?
Have you ever?
I understand what
manifested
you're meaning.
Like, we're gonna ask you to manifest something right now.
Oh God.
Something that you want to come to life in the next 5 years. We didn't do this the first episode with you.
Yeah, I'm.
You gotta
Happy
tell
you
us.
didn't.
No. I know you were. But now we're gonna put you on the spot, and I want you to tell us something that's gonna come to life in the next 5 years for you. Be as detailed as you can.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't plan that far ahead.
No? Okay, so how about this? What's something you want to happen in the next few years? There's got to be something.
I mean, personally, in my own life,
Yes.
to just continue living the life that I live.
It's the most humble answer we ever got, bro.
Like, I'm just happy to be me. So I'm cool.
Such a fucking bro.
I rate that answer though. I fucking rate
Such
that.
a good, now you make me look bad with the
No,
question.
I understand when
fucking
you're
rate
like,
that
most
answer.
people would answer that and they'd be like, I want my supplement company to like be worth X
Yep,
amount or
that's
this and that. It's
exactly
like,
what they
yeah,
say.
but like if I keep being who I am and making decisions the way I make decisions, and when opportunities are presented to me, I recognize them and I go towards them.
Yeah.
I'll end up where I'm supposed to be. I don't have
Fair.
to like
Fair.
set up goals, right?
So you don't have like a dollar amount that you're like, yo, I'd want to make this, or like a no? Okay. That's fair. You just want to keep being you. In 5 years, you want to still be you.
I like me a lot, so
I like you a lot too. That's why we keep
You're
having you
fucking
back,
good,
you
bro.
know?
Then you're good to go.
I appreciate you coming, brother.
Yeah.
It was a great time with you always. Appreciate the pre-workout. We won't take too much of that because we're gonna feel on crack. You go take a blood
you
test.
didn't even bring up my flat Earth.
Oh, you want to talk flat Earth? Listen. We gotta save
No, we'll
stuff.
come
We're gonna
back.
save some stuff. Come on. Or else,
Flat Earth is crazy
no,
right
flat
now.
Earth we're gonna do.
We'd go
Trust me.
crazy. We'd have to be here another couple
But
hours.
I wanted to tell you the main aspect for this, the main purpose of this episode was to tell your story,
Yeah.
give your side to it.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, this is his side now. Okay, so if you want to make your little videos, at least put this information in it moving forward.
Johnny Bravo is gonna come after you.
Yo, Johnny,
hard,
listen, Johnny, I
bro.
like your hair, bro. We
He's
don't,
coming
we
after
don't need
you
no problems,
hard,
Johnny.
bro.
It's a thing too, like it's not like giving my side is to be like, oh, Mike's right or
No,
Jeff's
no.
wrong. It's like that. No, but there's people out there that are that like kind of like black and white that they're like, he's there to justify what he did. I'm not justifying anything. I'm just telling you what happened.
Of course.
So you can think that I was wrong for what I did,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no problem with you. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yep.
So there's no bad will towards people. If people are like, man, I think that's kind of fucked up, I'll be like, I understand, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I see where you're coming from, but it's like at the end of the day, we're just agree to disagree, and let's just fucking move on because like life's pretty short, and that was like, if that is the peak of the violence in someone's life, they're doing pretty well.
That's
life.
a great. Yeah, it's great.
Great life to live.
That's like you're doing pretty good, man. Like, and no one wishes harm upon that kid. I don't wish harm upon him. I don't wish any ill will towards him. I'm cool, man.
Yep.
That shit was over when it was over with.
Jeff, he actually wants to talk to you, bro. So stop with the legal nonsense and all these blockages on our guy Mike, bro. Let him talk to you.
I would invite him to come sit down here.
For sure. Come
I
through.
would
We'll
invite him
have
to
a,
come
we'll
sit
have a you know, little battle
powwow.
royale over here.
No,
and
not a battle royale, bro.
Oh,
Easy, bro. Easy.
Guys, actually, if you made it this far,
Yeah.
let us know what you think about his side of the story.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. He wants to know. He actually probably doesn't give a fuck. I want to know, though.
Yeah, he doesn't give a
I'll
fuck.
actually say for you, he doesn't give a fuck. We want to know. Let us know below what you guys think about this whole story, what's happened, and we'll see you next time. Mike, bro, keep killing it.
Thank
Don't
you,
get
brother.
too jacked, bro.
Yeah.
All right?